today we'll be working on that transfer / elimination. So based on the question Ifeoma Wood was asking the other day, so this is our basic bodies transfer. It can be your shape bodies too. You can shape it if you want. So I'm just going to be making some explanation. So when you're transferring your dart, let's say I'm transferring this to my French dart now. If you are transferring your shoulder dart to your French dart, you connect it to the side seam on the waist. So that way you will close up this dart and then slash up the one at the waist for it to be transferred to the waist, for you to have the French dart. So by the time you close up this dart, this other dart will open up. If you close other darts, this other one will open up for your French dart. So whenever you're doing a dress and you want to eliminate entirely the whole dart, you don't necessarily need to use your French dart. You can also use your underarm hold dart, which comes from here to the bust point. If I'm trying to eliminate all my dart, two things. I can take out both the shoulder dart and the waist dart. At the end of the day, you have no dart, but you still have it shaped. But most times it's preferable whenever you want to eliminate all that, you use like your stretchy fabrics. That way, if you take out all that, yes, it will still be clingy and still bring out all the necessary curves at the right spot. So when you're transferring your dart now, let me use this. Let me explain the one for the French dart first. I want to transfer to French dart. This is my waist. I'll connect it to my bust point, and then I'll close my regular shoulder dart. Close your regular shoulder dart this way. Now I've eliminated the shoulder dart. It's now on the French dart. So with this, there's no way you're losing anything. It's not going to affect the length, because by the time you're done, you will sew. Because what you need to do is place another paper underneath, take back 2.5 and form a new dart, closing it up to the legs. So with this now, if I cut on my fabric, the first thing I need to do is sew up my French dart before doing all this. That way, by the time I sew up my French dart, the measurement will go back to its original length. So it's not affecting your length in any way. So there's something I saw on your list that I still need to explain. For a dress, if you're trying to pencil your dress, remember, just like your pencil skirt, at the dress length, you take in 1.5 on the side seam of your center front, 1.5 on the side seam of your back. Kindly note, the center back, when you have your back waist shaping like this, you still need to pencil the down part. This is the only way to accentuate your bum. So for my pencil dress, I have 1.5 like my skirt, and then you still need to pencil the back before using your ruler to connect this way. So it comes out basically like the way your pencil skirt comes out after shaping. So if you check now, the center back is actually kind of more structured compared to the center front. Then you connect it to your hip depth line this way. So now you have the shape coming out perfectly. So the reason why we need to shape the back part is because of your bum. So you don't want your fabric coming out at the end of the day. You want it to sit directly under the bum perfectly. So let's also not forget our neck shaping, whereby you take in 1 cm and you use your French curve to connect this way back to the back line. So that's it for the pencil dress and when you're eliminating your dart. So let's go when you're using your French dart. So let's go straight to that, to eliminating the whole dart. So I'll be using this pattern. I'm just going to bring out all my lines for you to see using my marker. So I have my shoulder dart here. And then I have the waist dart. So we'll be taking out all the darts out. So for this, like I said earlier, it's best to work with stretchy fabric if you're going to eliminate all the darts entirely. So the first thing, I need to transfer my shoulder dart to my underarm hold dart first, this way. Or you can transfer it to the waist, but with different methods. So I'm transferring it first to my underarm hold dart. Next, I'll slash open. Now close up the regular shoulder dart. just going to place my paper underneath it. And I'll trim off the excess. So first thing first, I've transferred my shoulder dart to my under armhole. So I'll just tape it down. So for me to eliminate, let's eliminate the one on the waistline. You measure it. Don't forget, for standard, your dart width is 3 cm. So, but for my miniature now is 1.5. So I'll come to the side, mark the 1.5, same width here on the side. And then you connect with your French curve, connecting it out to the side like this, and taking this one out like this, and blending it out. So at the end of the day, you take out same. So now we have the dart taken out on the side entirely. So with this one is no longer useful. So I will trim it off. So this way I've taken out my dart on the side. Next step, you check the measurement of what you have here, the spread, take it out on the side. So there are two ways to this. You either take this out now, or you leave it. By the time you are joining center back to center front, so when I mean you leave it, you don't sew the opening, you just leave it. You cut on your fabric like this with this shape you have and the full length. So by the time you are joining your center back to center front, you see the excess coming out, then you can trim. So that's another way that makes it easy. So that way you've automatically eliminated all your darts. So you still get to have all your shaping. You know, you ought to have done your shape bodies and all that. If I've done my shape bodies and then I'm eliminating this dart and this dart, so that means it won't be easy for you to wear it. So it's best you work with a stretchy fabric when you are eliminating all that. It's actually very easier, so it makes it stretchy, and then it will be easy for it to sit, because you know the dart, the whole essence of the dart is for it to accentuate your bust very well, for the contouring to sit perfectly. So but if you're working with a stretchy fabric, that means it's gonna sit and still bring out the whole bust effect on your fabric. So that's it for the dart transfer / elimination. I hope this helps. Thank you.